The Republic of Ireland. Hello everybody, it's Tom here from the Company Code, author, educator and public speaker. Today I'm going to talk about the Republic of Ireland. For those of you who've never visited the Emerald Isle, I really do recommend that you go to this country. Okay, I'm English, I'm also British. Obviously Ireland is a separate country, well the Republic of Ireland is, hence the Republic. And yeah, over the years there's been animosity between those people and ourselves. But I have to honestly say, having visited the country, albeit for like a short break, like a weekend, I really did feel as though that you get taken to their hearts very easily. It's a welcoming place. It's a fun place. It's a quirky place. But it is a place that you should definitely visit for whatever reason, whatever your idea of a holiday there is. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest about my visit to Ireland, and some of you will be like, well, not really that impressive. But it's a fact, I've got nothing to hide from you guys. So I visited Ireland back in 2015 with my dad and some of his friends. A personal friend of me and my dad, his wife turned 40 and they had a big party for her. She's from Ireland. And it was nice to be invited, to be honest. I wouldn't say I know this guy particularly well. He's more of my dad's friend than he is mine, but I get on well enough with him. And we flew over, got met in the airport, jumped in the taxi. And first thing that kind of hits you about Ireland is the accents. Well, I have a slight accent, being from the Midlands, that's different to like somebody down south or up north. We all do. But only when you're amongst other strong accents do you just really appreciate your own brogue, shall we say. And the Irish accent is very distinct, very strong. But I love it, I really do. And I think a lot of people do warm to it, yeah. So we visited in November of 2015, so winter time. So it's getting a little bit cold, not going to lie. And we weren't that far off Christmas time. It's probably about 6 weeks before Christmas. But despite the weather, there's still plenty to see and do. You still have a very welcoming sort of interface with the people that you meet, okay? I'm not going to lie, when I was a younger man, I say younger, I'm still pretty young, I like to drink. I'm not an alcoholic by any stretch of the imagination, but I have had my moments with drink over the years. Any young person would probably agree. It's not everybody, but a lot of people have. And I have. And I'm not ashamed of it. It was part of who I am, who I was back then. It is not now. Not really. I've changed in that respect. I have my reasons, I'm not going to go into them. But back at this time in my life, I still like to drink. And of course, I fully engaged in the celebration, shall we say, of being at someone's 40th birthday. So we got there on the Friday, landed, went down, put our stuff in the hotel, very nice hotel I may add, went and found ourselves a bar. Me and my dad had a drink. Now, me and my dad, we have our differences, but I must honestly say, hand on heart, whenever we are in that sort of environment, he becomes like another friend. Now, I've said before that your parents should be your best friends. My dad is one of my best friends. We've had our differences, but he is, 100% he is, alright? And I can understand entirely why many of his male friends are friends with him. Taking him outside of the fact he's my father, and of course I look up to him in that respect, I see his other qualities as a human being, as a person, yeah? And we had quite a bond, me and him, that night. Yeah, the alcohol was flowing. We had a couple of heart-to-heart conversations, me being the eldest son, I suppose. And then we retired to bed. And then the next day, we went sightseeing around the town, familiarised ourselves with a lot of the local pubs, restaurants, bars, and it's a very quirky place. It's a very funny place, alright? They are very family orientated people, more so than you'd ever appreciate, okay? We had a great time on the Saturday going round. We met a group of other people from the UK who are football fans, who were, funnily enough, following their team. They were from like London area, and they were really great as well. We got really friendly with them, and later on in the evening, after going back to the hotel to get changed and freshen up, we moved on to the party. Now, the Irish are known for being very, very much party animals and good fun, and they are. But what I found at that party is what I've already just said, is that they are very family orientated, okay? We arrived at the party, and perhaps maybe it's because you've got people who are in their later 30s and early 40s maybe, and perhaps older. Yeah, there's people who party amongst them, but equally they're very much about protecting the family and looking after the family, and that's heartwarming. That's how it should be. That's good, really good. I love that. So, in short, the party took a while to get started. Once it did, it was absolutely fantastic, really flowing. Everyone was enjoying themselves, and I would go and say that it's one of the better holidays that I've had in a short space of time for enjoyment like that sort of thing, yeah. And sure enough, yeah, we really did have a good time. Went on to the early hours of the morning, got back to the hotel. One or two of us were nursing a hangover the next day. Not myself, I'm pleased to say, although I did have a lot to drink. And then the next day we were out again, and we met up with the friend of ours and his wife later in that evening. And it was a birthday actually on that day. Saturday was of the day before. So on the Sunday, obviously we wished her a happy birthday, bought a drink, and stayed right through to the later part of the evening. Found ourselves in like the main area of Dublin, in the bar side, and we went to like one of these bars where you've got like folk singers, and that is what I love about the place. That level of warmth. Everyone was singing along, albeit some were singing terribly because they'd had too much to drink, but that really is what it's all about. That coming together of people, regardless of who they are, where they're from. That's what I love about it, you know. I visited a nightclub the night before. There was no trouble. Everyone's welcoming. It's a great place to visit. And not just for the drink. You want to go out into the countryside. There's beautiful lush green wherever you go. There is a cultural side to it. There's some beautiful architecture and some interesting sights. I was only there for 2 days. We were there really to just enjoy the party. We weren't really there to do what I usually do when I go on a break, unfortunately. Had circumstances been different, yeah, I'd have protected a little bit more in that. But I had to go with the flow on this one, and the flow wasn't going to any museums or anything like that. But there's always next time. So yeah, that is my experience of Ireland, the Republic of Ireland. I was warmed by my time there, and I'll happily go again. So yeah, you have a fan here, an Englishman, and a big fan of your country and your people. I've really did enjoy my visit, albeit 2 days. I jumped on the plane and flew back, and when we landed, it was like nearly midnight. I got home, back to my house, it was nearly 3 in the morning, and got up for work the next day. Nice way to spend a weekend, I suppose. But that's how things were a little bit back then. Not so much now, but different times, eh? That's my second video of the week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. Really appreciate your time. and your energy spent on my channel. Thank you all very kindly. Second of 3 videos this week. How many of you have visited Ireland? Is it somewhere that's on your bucket list? Put down in the comment section below. Is it somewhere you'd like to go? Is it somewhere that appeals to you? What are your reasons for and against? I'll be interested. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below and leave me a thumbs up and a like. And let's hear that bell go ding dong so you know when my next content's out. Until then, I want to say all, thank you very much for listening and following as always. I really appreciate your time and your energy spent on my channel. I'll be back in a couple of days with my third and final video of the week. Until then, I want to say thank you all so much. Take care and bye for now.